o'clock this morning, Mission Control in Houston lost contact with our space shuttle Columbia. The Columbia is lost. There are no survivors.
235, 264. Ma'am, I'm not sure, but I think I just found part of an airplane right here at the city limits on 7th.
Years ago today, on February 1st, 2003, Space Shuttle Columbia was returning to Earth when tragedy struck above our East Texas skies. As it re-entered Earth's atmosphere, the space shuttle began disintegrating, raining down pieces of debris across our backyards. All 7 crew members died that day. After the disaster, East Texas, still in shock, remained in the national spotlight for weeks as more than 130 agencies came to collect the remaining pieces of both the shuttle and its crew. Today, we honor the lives lost and revisit the memories that remain in the hearts and minds of many East Texans who were affected that day, including KETK's Neal Barton. He now joins us live from Nacogdoches, the epicenter of that tragedy 20 years ago. Neal, what a heartbreaking day for everyone, especially East Texas.
Casey, I got to tell you, when it comes to Columbia, every East Texan has their own story. Here's mine. February the 1st, 2003. The phone rang at about 8 a.m. My Saturday plans changed, as well as America's. I was chief meteorologist at a Dallas TV station. A friend and the weather department called me to ask if I had heard. Heard what? The space shuttle had exploded over North Texas. Oh God. I quickly jumped out of bed, waved off a cup of coffee my wife had just made, drove in my sweat clothes to the TV station to do what? Well, I ran into the weather office and thought, radar. It blew up right over us. Would radar pick up debris? Oh my gosh, it did. Now, I was elated, and then the guilt of realizing what I was seeing and doing. Details are very hard to come by this early. I called the control room. Within seconds, I was on air showing debris from Shuttle Columbia. Now remember, this is only 2 years past 9/11. Was this an accident? Was this terrorism? At the military base in Fort Worth, they scrambled jets. They didn't know either. Our TV chopper pilot went up with our reporter that morning, and they were trying to find some news to report when they heard a high-pitched tone as they hovered over downtown Fort Worth. Our reporter shouted, "What the hell was that?" And our pilot shouted back, "That's a fighter jet painting us." Painting us? Yeah, he doesn't know who we are yet. In layman's terms, it was a laser aiming device. He was aiming a weapon at our chopper. The fighter pilot finally figured it out, thank God. The screeching stopped. The debris on my radar was finally starting to fade, and by now, all the shuttle parts were by then on the ground. I was glad we recorded what was on the radar for posterity. There was nothing left for me to do at the television station, so we were told debris was falling in the Piney Woods of East Texas. East Texas? I was practically raised there, so I picked up my wife, gassed up the car, and away we went. In Alto, I turned off US 69 and went east on Texas 21, just west of Nacogdoches. And whoa, what was that? At a restaurant there with stuff all over the ground. I U-turned, went into the restaurant parking lot, and strange items were strewn everywhere. Bits of foam, plastic, tin, and Lord, what appeared to be a helmet. Were we even supposed to be there? Could we be arrested? Let's get out of here, I said, and we did. We drove to downtown Nacogdoches, and then it really got weird. Downtown on the square, on those beautiful red bricks, there was crime scene tape everywhere and scattered debris all over downtown. It was strange. No one spoke loudly at all, but the sound was deafening. Every TV satellite truck in Dallas and Houston were there, idling. It was loud and quiet all at the same time. I saw my station's satellite truck driver. We just locked eyes and then shook our heads. After just standing in downtown for about an hour, we got word there was debris all over the East Loop there in Nacogdoches, and they were right. Now, no one knew what caused the shuttle explosion that day, but what was it doing going all the way to Florida over to East Texas? Well, the reason was the glide path was near Longview because of the extra long runway at East Texas Regional Airport, just in case that was needed. Days later, the bodies and nose cone were recovered in the Hemphill area by Toledo Bend Reservoir. And little by little, pictures of the shuttle's re-entry started to be released to media from photographers. Now, they set up that Saturday to capture a beautiful glide-in from space. Instead, they chronicled horror. Afterwards, NASA dispatched a team from all over the country to track down pieces of the shuttle, then reassemble them to find out what went wrong. Reports state a faulty design on an external tank was the culprit then. One thing NASA mentioned time and time again was the hospitality of East Texans. People volunteering or being paid to help clean up debris, and the great food locals fed NASA employees for months. There were a few scoundrels who tried to keep parts of the shuttle and tried to sell them on eBay. Most of those scofflaws were shut down by the feds, and they later cooperated. 20 years have flown by since that day. Our world has changed. NASA has changed. One thing which has not changed, the outwardness, openness, and friendliness of East Texas people. And I got to tell you, lest we forget, and please don't, and once again, this Columbia recovery banner behind me is so we'll never forget those astronauts. Also, everybody who's part of the search team signed their name. They won't be forgotten either. These very special people. I want to remind you where we are right now tonight. We're live at the Columbia Memorial Museum. Remembers 11 a.m. through 5:30 p.m. It's open all the way through Saturday. Please come by. It's a fantastic resource. Bring your children so they won't forget either. It's on Pecan Street near City Hall. Casey, back to you.
Neal, thank you. Yes, that disaster left such an impact in the hearts of so many East Texans, and we just want to thank Neal for your authentic recount of what happened that day.